So those two forms will be in a link also that in the follow-up email that Kenny will send out so that you have access to those. Also very easy to find if you were to Google OSPR 104. Not a very popular term, the form will come right up. So when do you apply for certification? You should apply for certification in your final semester of your program. And when will you be certified? You'll be certified once you complete all requirements for certification, which we'll go through. So requirements for certification include graduating from your program, which is why we don't advise applying for certification until your final semester. And what exams do you take and when? I believe I have another slide on that. Nope, I don't. Oh, I do. Okay, great. So as far as requirements for certification, you have to have passed your fingerprinting. You have to apply for certification in the Teach system. You have to have fingerprinting, Teach system. You have to have completed all of the workshops that are required. We have another slide on that, but the workshops are the Child Abuse, School Violence, and the Dignity for All Students Act, the DASA workshop. All those have to be completed. And you must take and pass all required certifications for your specific certification area. So I can talk generally about the exams that are required. For initial certification, you have to take and pass the EAS, the Educating All Students exam, the CST, the Content Specialty Test. Depending on the certification you're going for or whether or not you're enrolled in a dual certification program, you may need to take 1 or 2 CSTs. So as an example, and it's different for every certification area, if you were in a childhood special education program that led to both childhood education certification, generalist, as well as students with disabilities certification, you would be taking 2 CST exams. It's different for every certification area and every program, so it's important to check on your program and check back with your program to see which exams are required. If you're a college education student, you can definitely come and make an appointment and meet with me, and I can talk individually about requirements for certification as well. The other thing that we had already talked about before we started today is that you have to take and pass the TPA. So these are all requirements for certification. Once you have graduated from your program and met all requirements for certification, then that is when that you will become certified. So part of it is dependent on how quickly you're able to get your TPA and submitted and passed. I think that's usually the last piece for a lot of students as far as getting their certification complete. If, let's say, but by the end of your final term, you've applied for certification, you graduated from your program, once the recommendation is entered from your college for certification and you've met all requirements, it usually issues pretty quickly. There's been some recent changes to certification. You may have heard that there used to be the ALST exam. That is no longer required, so you do not need to take that exam. In addition, the maximum time extension for initial certificates has been extended to 3 years. And so if you have, once you get your initial certificate, if for some reason you're unable to meet the teaching requirement of 3 years to get to the professional, or meet the requirement of getting a master's degree to get to the professional within the 5-year period that initial certificate is valid for, you can request an extension on your initial for up to 3 years due to hardship. So sometimes people have emergency or health situations or family situations where they're not able to make the teaching commitment or get their master's done in the 5 years. There is the potential to be able to get an extension for an additional 3 years to keep your certification valid as a workforce professional.